So this is assignment 1, ICT research, video presentation. So make sure you also watch previous one, right? Yeah, otherwise you don't know what's A quality. You want to get A, right? You must do better than them, right? Make sure you do initial research. Yeah, put your research on the reference list. Yeah, and rather everyone know the basic the fuzzy word, right? Everyone know. You need to do some research, and what you find it, right? So through Google Scholar paper, right?
Professor, we use the pictures from PowerPoint. That doesn't need the reference, right?
You need reference. Anything you need reference. Basically, right? Here's my interpretation. You answer actually 3 questions. What is technology? What is AR, VR, MR, right? You need to define it. What's that, right? Based on the Scholar definition from Google Scholar, the research paper, or from textbook. Otherwise, not from me, not from others, right? Then, what's that? So what's the technology, right? Then you're doing the research on the inside. Yeah, how that work? Yeah, drawing some chart to show. Yeah, so for example, virtual reality. What do you mean? What you have to, VR, headset. How that work makes things different. Yeah, what's a little bit of history about this technology? Yeah, so this is number 2, right? More detail. Yeah, this is a big difference, right? Because everyone can talk something, supply chain, AR, AI, artificial intelligence, everyone can talk something. You need to do some research. You are senior student MBA scholar, right? Then what's the application? What's the typical application for this one? Why is it very significant, right? Yeah, right? This 3. Then you apply to organization, small, medium, large organization. Talk about that application. Okay? So then you make a nice PowerPoint. Make sure you don't copy other PowerPoints, don't copy one video. You write out with your own language, right? Your similarity must less than 10%. Yeah? Given your PowerPoint. Okay?
What criteria are we taking by deciding which companies are large, medium, and small, or which are we have?
You can select just say for large company, right? So there's a definition. What do you mean large company? Yeah, how many people? Large company. Pardon me?
Based on the number of employees the company has.
Yeah, based on employee the size, large, medium, and small. Right? Small including startup. Yeah, you sell. 1 person, 2 person company can be small.
Canadian company or any like company from US or any other?
Yeah, I don't not pitch too much on that, right? Yeah, large. I'm very large, compared to her, but I'm large. Compared to you, I'm small, right? Just large company, enterprise, public company, and a lot of people, multiple department, right? Then you small company. Focus on the technology research. Then talk about application. Yeah, I'm not pitch on that. Most companies, large, small, right? Focus on the ICT research. Okay. Then you make a nice video, right? You can show your face, no problem for me. Show your pretty face, that's fine. Use the muscle key, right? Make sure you are 20 minutes, yeah?
20 minutes.
Don't overdo it, yeah? And I'm no time to watch each of you over half hour. Long.
What is the minimum of the duration of the video?
About 20 minutes.
So 20 minutes.
20 minutes, or 2 minutes. It's right length. Yeah. Minimum, 1 minute. Okay. Question? Okay. So then let your friend take a look first, give you feedback, right? Yeah. Then you submit put there, right? Some of them, very interesting. People they speak Chinese, put there, right? So it doesn't catch, right? So Speak English, yeah? Not Spanish, not it's English. Even I cannot accept the French, even the official language. Yeah, speak English. Okay? One more week. And question?
Yes, I saw you write about the requirement for this need a summary of the video audio. So what is that? A summary of topics. Yes.
Summary of the audio?
Yes. Summary of audio describing the total minutes of your video and how long it takes for it.
Oh yeah, that's each of the sessions how long you take. Yeah, that's typical people doing. You know, what's the introduction? What's that definition part, right? Each of the you keep a log of your video. Not professional movie maker, yeah. Yeah. So do a Google search how to get a log of your audio. How long it should be, right? Not overdo one part. You know, everything even. Yeah, not quite important. But it's a professional audio. You should, brief something, detail something, and summarize what you talk. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. So make sure, right? You watch previous class video. Yeah. Have you all watched it? Right. Then you get an idea. Yeah. How to get it in, get good quality. Yeah. Make sure you do original research. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you need to draw in some graph, show something that more detail, right? You're doing research, yeah, and application. Even application, you should do have do some research too, right? And how that useful for the organization, yeah? How AI is used for education. Well, everyone knows, right? ChatGPT. Okay. So next week we have team 1 to do case study 1, grocery store, yeah. So that's why team 1 did give you one more week is also beneficial for you. So now you focus on your case study, okay. Make sure, right? If you don't want to fail your course, you must work closely with your team because 50%, 50, right? If anybody say no, she doesn't want to work with us, right? You finish. Right? You fail. So you must, for your benefit, yeah? Because at the end of week 9, everybody has to fill out your team review form to see. Anybody have issue, right? Everybody point to you, right? You're in trouble. You really have trouble. Even you cry because you ran out of time. Yeah? So you start from now, working with your team, support your team. Do that case study, very important, yeah? And also do some research on the new digital transformation technology, starting from beginning, right? Yeah. Very important for this course. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about 2 topics called IT governance and also ethics, security, IT security. Because this course have 2 portions. One is called MIS for manager, IT for manager, to prepare you as a IT manager, or CIO, Chief Information Officer. Yeah, they love MBA graduate. Yeah, they pay very well. CIO, CXO. Yeah. I know some previous my class got this kind of position. It's good, right? Well paid. Manage all the IT system, yeah? Have a lot of power. So that's why we also cover some part of this. And also, of course, we talk about new technology, yeah? And digital transformation, and digital transformation technology, and digital transformation problem solving through your case study, and also your mini project. Right, 2 portions. So today we cover a bit on the, Chief Information Office parts, IT governance. So typically, right, for CIO, IT manager, you have to know how to manage your IT resource. Yeah, IT resource nowadays for digital enterprise, right? So it's almost 100% the IT resource. Very expensive. For example, like Google, right? No much any physical asset. Ever work in the basement, your own basement, right? The only they have the search engine, right? The YouTube platform, the cloud, yeah. So you are CIO, you need to manage this asset, yeah. So you need an IT governance framework to manage your critical resource, and of course they care about information security, right? Nobody steal your IP. Google search engine, wow, that's a critical part, yeah. And so what do you mean by governance? Governance, right? Governance, this words. What do you mean by governance? In US, right, the provincial, they're called states. The head of the province, state called governor, yeah? And Canada called premier. So what do you mean by governance? In your mind, the governor.
Basically, taking care of the laws, making sure everything is in order, managing the budget, which is very important.
Collect your money, how to spend it.
Yes, exactly.
Spend on education, spend on this police, spend on the homeless people, yeah? So governance, in general, is a manager. Manage your money, you manage the city or province, right? And also control, yeah? Make sure much crime, right? We need to reduce crime, yeah? And so basically, manager. So for this one, IT governance, yeah, that means manager control IT resource and process, yeah. So there's a keyword called IT resource. So what do you mean by IT resource? What do you mean by IT resource to you?
All the equipment, technology, infrastructure that actually enable us to communicate.
So all this one, computer, yeah, hardware, yeah.
Thank you. I have a question. Is this related with the government of any country, or is not related?
No, we talk about IT governance. Well, the governance something related to your country. Yeah, we talk about IT control and management, right? To IT resource. For example, there's a problem. We call IT support. Yeah, yeah. Your CIO, right? That's your body. Yeah, how to manage it, right? So IT hardware network problem, connection problem, telecommunication equipment. Most important part is software. Yeah, the software part.
Licensing.
The database, the data, security. Someone steal your critical IP. Yeah, yeah. The search engine. Right?
Connectivity also, like.
Yeah, that's hardware part portion.
Oh.
Yeah. So and also your human resource,
Yes.
right? You're very expensive for Google engineer. Yeah. Layout. How many the layout?
12,000.
12,000.
Yeah.
Some of them make $1 million per year. Yeah. Well. So this is a very expensive resource. Yeah, you need to manage that. So make sure who manages IT decision eventually. Yeah. Typical for the company, large organization, right? The IT budget about 10%. Yeah, 10% of all company expenditure. For Walmart, for digital company, probably even bigger. Yeah, for Google, for Facebook, probably up to 50%. Yeah, IT budget, and because they have a lot of cloud, yeah, cloud computing software. Who's accountable? Yeah, and who is responsible? You, CIO. And how result is measured? How to manage, my investment. For example, now you did very good exercise to replace BlackBerry with the new phone, right? That's a new investment. Now we spend money to buy all this fancy phone, right? And what's return on this investment? How good it is, right? Everybody criticize IT people. You guys always use very fancy, sexy device. Yeah. Right? So what's the return? Yeah? And what's that return on investment, right? So you need to answer that question to people. So why IT governance important? So there's always some value you can bring from IT investment, yeah, but I also have some risk. So for management, you increase the risk, increase the value, reduce the risk for such decision, right? Well, that's survey. So what's IT useful? Why we spend 10% to budget on IT? So there's a survey that can lower the company operating cost, more efficiency, much easier, right? As I mentioned, right? So 35 years ago, right, when I worked for Nokia, all the middle-level manager, senior manager, director, senior director, VP, senior VP, right? Yeah, but they do nothing. It's just reporting. Yeah. So they pay much higher than general engineer. Yeah.
I also it's important IT because like when you improve our physical resources, you improve also your data protection, so which I think nowadays is very important for most of the enterprises care about the data,
Yeah, we talk about that. So it's part of the IT resource, right? That data. Yeah, we are especially talk about IT security related to data. So this is reduce cost, more efficiency, productivity improve. Without IT, right? You have to do everything manually, yeah, and a lot of work. Improve quality of the product and the process, okay? Because the efficiency, you can do more research. Because the database decision making. Improve business working for productivity, that's for sure, right? With IT, and acquire, retain the customer, get more customer with IT, right? Yeah, with the software, CIM. It's much easier. You can connect to your customer, right? Yeah, with Salesforce.com, and you can call. So this is a survey from organization. What's useful for IT value? Okay, reduce the cost, improve efficiency, yeah, and improve productivity of each worker, yeah, with IT. And so this is about IT, overall efficiency of IT. Well, anything you have a risk, right? Anything is a risk, benefits of risk, right? Well, it can be fail to any regulation, right? For example, now Home Depot, you can heard about news. Home Depot have big trouble because the branch their data, they put data on the Facebook Meta platform. Yeah, and did you visit Home Depot? My store, right? Always for home improvement. They put all my information there, right? Now I face big fine probably from U.S. government very soon. Fail of the regulation. And for example, I want to use my self-driving car, taxi, to do taxi here, yeah, to do Uber. I'm not driving. That's a software drive, right? You have big trouble because it's not it's regulated. You cannot use it for here. In Vancouver, yet until you get a government approval, the permit for self-driving, yeah. And now you can do in San Francisco, in a certain area, and also other cities. Yeah, because you need government regulation in order to do this fancy robot. Security risk, of course, right? Yeah, cyber attack, privacy issue, yeah, and disruption. Okay, the downtime. So of course, that's most of the IT managers are very afraid, right? The system suddenly not working. There's panic button there, right? I will call them right away. Yeah. So downtown, system downtime, look at this example. Yeah. In Amazon, in a prime day, everyone wait for this moment, right? Get a good deal, right? Suddenly the system is down. So what's cost for Amazon? 100 million sales revenue per hour. Yeah, you lost during Prime Day. Yeah, then in China called what's that? Single Day. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, look there. Everyone waiting for that moment to get here. Right, the system down. Good. So this happened. Yeah, a few years ago. Big news. 100 million per hour, right? That is the cost for system, for IT system fail.
Did you say?
Yeah? Okay, good. So that's why we need to implement some procedure. IT governance, we need a control manager. Make sure our employee, our IT workers, our suppliers, our customers deal with us compliant. This policy, yeah, make our system more reliable and more secure, yeah. So that's the idea for IT governance. So the framework we recommend is called COBIT, yeah. And if you're IT manager and or CIO, right, and you select one of the standards to make sure your IT resource, policy, and people complying these standards. So the COBIT, called Control Objective for Information in the IT Technology, it's widely used. So basically, this is a framework to plan, organize, acquire, delivery, support, and monitor evaluation for any IT investment, right? For example, you guys decide to buy, iPhone 13 for your company, right? Now we spend the budget, yeah, planning, organize that. Then we buy it. Then we need a delivery support, the smooth transition from BlackBerry to iPhone 13, yeah. Then you monitor what's the issue. Maybe security issue, maybe usability issue, maybe data branch issue, right? Then you evaluate whether this is a good decision or not, right? And ROI, return on investment. So this is a plan which always have some planning, yeah? So I work for Nortel IT department. So every last quarter we do planning. What's major investment for next year? Oh, we will buy fancy server. We want to change vendor, right? And we need to develop new things, yeah? So you plan, yeah? Then you get budget approved. Then you have money to spend for next year. Then you, after budget approved, you spend it, yeah? You buy, everybody have a iPhone 13. You make such an investment, then you manage it. Okay? So this is a comprehension scorecard, goal, objective management for IT. Yeah? You have budget, financial perspective, yeah? How much budget for next year? Yeah? 10 million budget for IT budget. Yeah? And then what's partner perspective? Yeah? And what's internal process perspective? And what's learning growth perspective? Should everybody know how to use iPhone 14 or 13, right? If you switch from BlackBerry to iPhone, you training, right? And what's the internal process change? What's partner, right? Your partner also maybe have to comply to use the new iPhone, right? What's the financial perspective? This is goal setting, yeah? They call balance goal. Then you acquire, implement the technology infrastructure. Then you could net your internal team to do development, or you can outsource it to a partner, outsourcing company to do development, right? Yeah, a lot of company in India, right? Very famous. Yeah, what are the company? Yeah? Infosys, yeah. Wipro,
TCS.
yeah, all these companies they do outsourcing, yeah. And you could the partner do it. When you do outsourcing, you have to sign service agreement, service level agreement, SLA, yeah. a lot of call center, right? Outsourcing to Philippines or to India, right? But the others, before outsourcing, you need to sign SLA, right? So any urgent call, you have to make sure that can pick up a phone within two minutes. Yeah. If the urgent ticket, you have to fix it within 8 hours. Both agree. Yeah. So this service level agreement you have to sign with your vendor. That's part of the IT people doing. Then you need a performance evaluation. Yeah. You select a multiple candidates. Then you evaluate which one is good for next year to get a contract. Yeah. Then you need a monitor, evaluate performance, compliance, and then you evaluate your return. You know, you invest so much money on iPhone 13. What's the investment return? So that's we often forget about the process. Yeah. For IT people, the boring things, everybody have to follow the process. Yeah. So what do you mean by process? Anything who can define what do you mean by process?
I think it's a workflow for everyone to process.
Yeah. The procedure, the process, step by step, everyone has to follow, right? It's very critical for hospital. Right? You have procedure. You must arrive, 1 hour earlier. Then you wait in the gateway, you get a clean up and put you in the sleep, right? All this process by time, very strictly. Yeah. Then they do ovation on you. After ovation, you put restroom, recover. Then observe. If you're okay, you allow your family to take you home, right? That is exactly the process, well defined. Yeah. So every process have input. What's input? What's description? What's output? You define on that. So for IT manager, you always, what's process? Every 3 months you have to change your password, right? That's part of the process, the IT process. The first year to change. Then you measure goal and the metrics. So there's a lot of process, the policy about your IT. Some of them you can do it, some of them you cannot do it, right? You cannot access to outside of the website from your university.
What was maturity? What does it mean?
Maturity is how good on this process in processing. Yeah. So maturity comes how old are you? How long really? Yeah. You need to.
Like over time, how effective the process is?
Yeah, this process, everybody compliant, no any problem, right? This is old. You need to upgrade, right? With standards. It's called continuous improvement, right? Yeah. So it's about maturity. Always it's kind of performance review, yeah. And this relates to continuous improvement, right? For example, the most reliable car, which is the most reliable car? After 10 years, they are big value.
I think Toyota.
Yeah? Toyota. Yeah. So this concept comes from Japanese. Yeah. Yeah. Even very good, right? Always make something cheap. Continue improvement. Find new things to work on, right? That's why always improve, right? Not like the American, yeah?